the affair. So we wait a long line, waiting for the UK, and the peace keeps falling down, and it will show. How many times that you don't really show? I don't know, I don't know. I'm coming up and you gotta show. Show your skin. Show your skin. And the beat goes on, let it get away. And the beat goes on now, baby, get out. And the beat goes on, let it get away. And the beat goes on now, baby, get out. We will show where we stay, where we go, where we play the show.
What was your inspiration behind the name Eager Beaver?
Oh, I'm constantly asked that one. I was formerly at sea, and we had a radio slot on the ship I was on, and it was simply called the Eager Beaver, and that's where the name came from.
Was having your own vintage shop always what you planned on doing?
No, it actually came about by accident, really. I'd worked in the steel company. I'd been made redundant 6 years ago now. My wife had a background in this business, so I suppose it was a marriage of the two skills. From Siobhan, my wife's point of view, she brought the expertise from a clothing sense, and I contributed from a business background. So yeah, it was a joint effort.
And where did you get the clothes from?
We source in many countries: Germany, Holland, Belgium, the UK also, and also from the United States. We get a lot of stuff from the United States.
That you won't last. I don't know, I don't know, how many times that you don't really show. I don't know, I don't know, I'm coming up and you've got to show. Show your skin. Show your skin.
Have you been planning to open a shop since forever?
I always had in my head that I'd love to have a shop, but it was never what I was going to do.
Yeah, not
it was. Yeah, I always worked for other people in their shops, and then I lost my job, and that's when I just started selling.
Yeah.
Like I had always been collecting vintage, so I started selling because I had no money, and then I kind of was making a couple of euros. Like, oh, maybe I could do this. So I thought I'd keep doing markets, and then one day I just was walking by outside and I saw the sign, and I just came in and inquired, and within 3 days I was putting my rails together.
Where did you keep all the vintage stuff just like in your house?
Well, I didn't have this much. The first day I opened I had like 3 rails and a couple of like suitcases and stuff, but I did before I had the shop. Even now there's like about 6 or 7 suitcases full of stuff at home.
Any great stories behind any of your favourite pieces?
A piece that has sold now, it was funny. I started selling vintage after I lost my job, which happened to me the day I got home from a trip to New York, and I had bought a lot of stuff over there just because it was amazing.
Yeah.
And I bought a hat. It's this crazy hat, but the lady who sold it to me told me she had bought it at auction from a house clearance, and when she went to the house to take the stuff, when she let herself in, the house was so full of boxes of clothes, like, you know, new, like, fancy clothes in fancy boxes, that when she went in, they all collapsed on her, and she was stuck under them for about 3 hours until her husband arrived. So that's probably the funniest story that I can think of.
Where do you source your pieces from?
I have my finger in about 20 different pots. I get stuff sent from different warehouses. In Europe. I'm starting to get stuff sent from America now.
Oh, cool.
Which is a little bit more pricey, but we'll see.
I'd imagine.
I still, if I walk past a charity shop, I always have to go in, but you don't find much in charity shops now because there's so many people into that sort of the style now that they're going in as well. I go to the Dublin Flea Market every month.
That's on.
I have different people. Like every Saturday morning I meet a little old lady. She has bags for me to go through.
Lucy's Lounge is here for 3 years, but we've been in business for 24 years this year.
Cool.
Prior to that we were Shay She, which was in the same building, selling the same vintage clothes, thrift and recycled clothes. But we took a break during the Celtic Tiger because nobody wanted second-hand clothes. Everyone had loads of money.
And now everyone's back again.
And people have no money now, but they've loads of creativity, so they're back again.
So was this your dream to make a vintage shop?
Yeah, when I was 16, I left school and started up a vintage shop.
When you were 16?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that was like a lot of, how many years ago now? I have to think. Yeah, about 30 years ago. So back then it was the 80s and New Romantic and punk had just finished and everyone was wearing really different clothes, but there was no one selling them. So I set up a stall in Mary Street selling second-hand clothes and vintage clothes, and then I moved to London and had a stall in Portobello and Camden Town.
That's amazing. Where did you get the clothes from
Well, back in the day in Dublin there was a lot of old ladies. I lived in the Liberties of Dublin. There was a lot of old ladies who used to collect clothes and I'd buy clothes off them.
Oh, cool.
And then when I went to London I met different people who do it as a business.
How would you describe your typical customer?
Well, I think in Lucy's Lounge we're in that kind of dark area between fashion and theatrical. So really people want to be individual. They want to have something that's a statement. I don't know, people with flair and people with individuality, I suppose.
Different, yeah. What's your favourite piece?
Gani Mac, that's a hard question. I love so many different things, but I think the long 60s dresses would be my favourites.
And so do you help make your own clothes? Or?
I am really bad at sewing. So I boss everyone around and say, cut this, take the arms off that, take the legs off this, cut this short, add a bit on. So Bruno is working here, he's from Brazil and he's a theatre director and a costume designer from Brazil.
Wow, that's good.
And long suffering, he's here with us for 3 months now.
My name is Bruno. I came to Ireland to study English and actually to improve my English here. And I used to work with theatre. I was a drama teacher in Brazil. And I came to the store the first time because I'm making craft to sell in the markets. And when I get here, I just fell in love with the shop, and I couldn't get out. I spent 5 hours here just looking at everything in the shop. And then I asked her for a job, unpaid job. And well, now I'm getting paid after 3 months here working. And it's really good. It's like the biggest experience I'm having in Ireland.
Yeah.
Working with clothes design, something that I did in Brazil, but just for costumes. And now I'm doing for real clothes.
Do you want to show us maybe one or two pieces that you've made?
Those were the first ones I did.
Oh,
the flowers come from my brand, and I just decided to put them on clothes for G. And then I started to do things more fashionable, like
that's really
those things. And also skirts.
Wow, yeah, that's really nice as well.
Those ones.
Do any of your pieces have like a history or a special story to them?
Yeah, I love second-hand and vintage clothes because you really do get a sense of that somebody else has owned it. Like sometimes you'd find something and it's got a safety pin to make it smaller for where, you know, somebody wanted to alter it but didn't sew it.
Yeah.
Or you might find in the pocket, you know, a receipt or something like that. So, yeah, there's always history with the clothes.
Let go our time, holding on to you so scared. I know you'll find ways to make me care. Looking pretty, hanging out there, girl. I know what you're thinking of. You're so silly, hanging out there, girl. I know what you're dreaming of. She's thinking about who goes, I know it's you damn well.
Me and Terry both started over in Blackrock markets over there. We both kind of were out of work at the time, so we just both worked in kind of fashion at the time. So we just decided to kind of try it out ourselves in a small market. And then from there we kind of opened up a spot down in Waterford.
There's no vintage markets down there,
and that's where Terry is from.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You've been there for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then we're here 8 months now.
Yeah.
So
Did you study fashion in college or?
No, I actually studied graphic design, and I came out and there was kind of no work in it, and I kind of worked in retail and then kind of had an interest in that, so that's how it kind of came about. Yeah.
So what or who inspired you to create this stuff?
Well, we were just kind of Terry worked in Urban Outfitters, and I was kind of had an interest in
So I think if you're into that kind of scene, something a bit more alternative, we were always into kind of, you know, vintage or kind of thrift store shopping, that kind of way. Instead of going to like the high street brands like Topshop and that kind of people, we kind of prefer vintage, so
And your pieces have like a great story behind them, any of the...
Yeah, well, like some of them will be kind of original kind of 50s pieces, and you know, we kind of like the kind of what's in at the moment, it's a lot of kind of 80s glam.
Well, the leather shorts and
that. And a lot of those shorts like would be kind of old leather pants that are reworked into kind of hot pants and stuff.
So what's your favourite piece for sale at the moment?
My favourite piece is the third cape. It's the kind of Mexican cape here.
This one?
Yeah, that's that one.
That's pretty cool.
I think it's amazing, yeah. It's really, really oversized.
Yeah. So what are your plans for the future?
Well, we're very happy where we are at the moment, but obviously in the future we're going to hope to have somewhere else in Dublin, so it's not just we're going to be here. Because we started in a small market obviously, and then we got bigger, and we're bigger again now, so we'd like to, maybe in the future, sometime soon.
Kind of, you know, get a bigger ground floor shop. Kind of, we'd probably concentrate more so on the reworked vintage in the new
in the new shop, and then this one will be.
That's cool.
Yeah,
but something will happen soon though.
Yeah.